when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit
That's
the
what she
ground
said.
with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book.
Oh, loving the
with a
music.
talent for biotics.
Got a very good retro vibe to
We
it.
came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way.
Yeah, that's
when
what
it
I'm
hit
thinking,
me.
Tyler.
Hard.
Man, that would be painful, eh?
Every muscle in my body went rigid. I
Be
couldn't
painful.
move, could barely breathe.
But like, would you
Everything
feel
went
it? That's the thing, isn't it?
And then
All
I
these,
saw
all
something.
these
A vision.
visions.
Dream.
Oh, all these visions and
By the
theories.
time I woke
Oh,
up, we were halfway to
Ron,
the Citadel on our way to meet
I
the
will not
council.
accept your apology,
I was
mate.
expected to explain what
Keep
I'd
that
seen.
apology for next time, Ron.
Anderson came along.
No,
So
you're good.
did Adina,
Don't
our
apologise,
political
mate.
representative on the Citadel.
You do what you got to
With
do,
those two
sir.
heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat, as was the individual behind the
Jacqueline,
attacks.
thank you for the
The main
share.
suspect for the Eden Prime
Thank you,
massacre
Jacqueline.
was a Turian Spectre named Saren.
Sarah.
He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But
Oh,
even
Saren,
Adina's
not
pointed
Sarah.
accusations weren't enough to convince the council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help.
Garrus.
A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious
Is
of
it like
Saren,
body cam footage,
and he
is it,
had some
Tyler?
useful
Hello,
leads.
Vicky.
More importantly,
Thank you for the like and the
willing to
share,
share.
Vicky. Zui, thank you
that
for the
led me
like as
to
well.
Rex, the biggest,
Thank you,
nastiest
mate.
looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little
Preston.
Quarian named Tally.
How are you doing, sir?
A tech expert with a knack for hacking. She'd procured
Olivia.
some information on Saren.
Thank you for the
Evidence that
50
proved
stars,
Saren was
Olivia.
dirty.
Hopefully
Tally's
not
evidence
too
proved
much.
that
You don't
Saren
have to
was
pay for that, though, do you,
responsible for the
Olivia? Like you
massacre
would
on
do
Eden
your
Prime,
truck?
And that the immense warship we'd
At least you
spotted
missed
was in fact Saren's
the
flagship.
storm and stuff.
But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space.
I've broken my ETS,
Machines
Preston.
allegedly responsible for cleansing the
I don't know what
galaxy
I've done
of
to it.
all
I've added a
organic
few
life.
prefixes and mods.
These Reapers were blamed for wiping
And
out
I've
all life
fucked it
50,000
somehow.
years ago.
Jingle,
including
you
the
can't say
Protheans,
jingle bells in
then
March, Jess.
disappearing
Come
back
on.
through the mass relays to dark space.
I'll have a look at
leaving
it
no
tomorrow on
trace
my
they'd
day
ever
off.
been.
See if I can get it up and running
That
again.
explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We
What are you
couldn't
eating,
convince the
Preston?
council that
Nuggets.
The Reapers were a threat.
Nuggets.
But they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task?
Oh, really?
Bring
Tyler,
down
wow,
Saren.
okay. Interesting.
Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy.
How far high, how
told
far
me I
up
would
was it?
need
Oh,
more
you
than
said
you.
126,000 feet.
He also pointed me in a direction.
And he survived.
Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most important,
JT will get mad that
Daughter
I
of
sent him
Venetia,
this. Why?
Saren's top lieutenant.
All good, thank you, Tom, sir.
And like most Asari,
All good, thank you, my
beautiful
friend.
as she is intelligent.
Thank you for
and
asking,
born
Tom.
with a unique
How are you
ability to
doing,
meld
Tom?
With other species.
Oh,
Liara was able to help me
Preston.
decipher some of the vision the beacon had given
Preston,
me.
Preston, Preston,
Nothing
sir.
concrete, but it gave me some clues
I need some.
and a new appreciation.
I
for
need
the
some steak
Asari.
and cheese. Thank you for the
Her technique
60
for accessing my
stars,
vision was
Olivia.
unexpected, but not at all
Thank you.
unpleasant.
Why would I get angry,
Ashley
Olivia?
was a little concerned about
What,
the connection
mad?
I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission.
The mission comes first.
I decided discretion was the better part of valor, and kept my focus on our goal,
Good, 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 Tom.
finding Saren.
Good to hear, my
Thanks
friend.
to Liara's help, we had our next lead.
If you're good, I'm good,
Venetia.
Tom.
Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures,
We're seeing if it's...
He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the
Just
Arachnite
seeing
Queen.
if this still works.
The Queen's drones were everywhere.
It still
They were
works,
attacked.
Olivia. Thank you
We
for
had
the
to fight
further
for hundreds of them to
100
get to Benezia. By
stars.
the time we
Thank you.
arrived, Saren was gone. With the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had
Is it-
somehow acquired the ability to control
Ah,
people's
love the
actions
goats.
and wills.
The first time when we had the
Benezia
scare
wouldn't
alerts on and we were playing I was going to play
Liara
Madison today,
was forced to watch her
Preston.
mother die in her arms.
Tina's ETS wouldn't
And I was
work,
left
but I
with
didn't know
an
if you were going to be
angry
free,
Queen to deal
and it was
with.
all just rushed, so I
She claimed
downloaded
her
Mass
drones
Effect
would do no
instead.
harm if I released her.
When it comes to
The
food,
Arachnite
I
had
don't play
terrorized
well
the
with
galaxy
others.
before.
But we can share it, sir. You can. I'll have the end bit.
I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire
I'll have the little
species
nibble
for
on the
past
end, and you
sins.
can have the rest.
And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her
Did you?
army
What?
of drones
You
with
had
her.
Subway, didn't you? What?
With Saren's top lieutenant dead.
Veg did you
We're
have,
quickly running
Preston?
out of time and places
Or
to hide.
sauce? Veg and
I tracked him
sauce.
down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a
I
base
like
of
their
operations.
chipotle sauce that they do in Subway. I
was a
don't know.
breeding
I'm sure they do it over there.
Saren was breeding an army
I don't
of
normally
Krogan.
have like lettuce,
He'd found a cure for the Genophage,
lettuce, red
a disease
onion,
inflicted on the
crispy
Krogan to prevent
onions,
them from breeding and taking over
and
the galaxy.
then some chipotle
The
sauce.
Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy
Oh,
the base.
Preston, just like a
and all
little
its
nibble,
research.
mate. I'm on a
Rex
diet,
disagreed
Preston. So just
violently.
little,
Rex wanted the Genophage
a little
cure for his
nibble,
people.
sir, please.
I tried to convince him to help me
Love
destroy
onions.
it, that these Krogan weren't real.
Love
Wouldn't
onions.
Back down.
That's like my Tinder profile pic. I will kill him.
He just couldn't be reasoned with, and I couldn't let the base be saved, even if it meant curing the Krogan.
We'll kill you, mate.
Saren had to be stopped. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already
Please, sir,
in
can I have
communication
some
with the
more?
Reapers.
More?
Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me,
Ooh,
threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing.
a Reaper.
It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it.
Uh-oh.
Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team.
Good
And in
man.
talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't
Heavenly
Saren who was
bodies?
indoctrinating everyone.
Have you seen that new? I was going to play that new game today. It's like a kindergarten scary game thing.
And Saren was in deeper than all
Oh,
of them.
thank you, Preston.
He tried
I'll,
to convince me
I'll only
he was
have
still in
half,
control.
mate.
Said he found
I'll
a
just
way
have
to
half
reduce
of the
Reaper's
cookie, Pet. Thank you,
influence, but he was
mate.
kidding
That's really
himself.
kind of you.
Or believing the lies
I'll have
Sovereign was
half,
telling.
sir.
Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates.
I can't remember what
tried.
it's called, Vicky. It's like an animated...
But I wasn't fast enough.
It's got like the Poppy
I could
Playtime
only save
feel
one
to
of
it.
them.
It's new and trending on Steam, I think number 2.
Ash was a good friend and a great soldier,
I can't remember what it's called. It's called
But I had
something
to choose.
2.
and I chose Caden. That was the last time Saren would slip
Oh,
away
let me
from
see if I can see what it's
I knew
called.
then, the next time
Oh,
we
Lord
met,
Preston.
one of us would die.
Why are you forcing me to
With my
have
team
food,
mostly
mate?
intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos,
Preston.
a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans.
Let me have a
As
look.
we prepared for
Vicky?
what we knew would be a desperate fight,
No.
I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship.
Andy
against Saren's
Pratt.
growing army.
Thank you for the love heart, my friend.
I
Thank
assured
you,
them
Andy.
all that despite the odds,
You are watching Mass
could
Effect,
defeat.
Steve. I've broken my
I couldn't
ETS,
tell anyone,
mate.
But I had my doubts. Leaving Ashley behind at
I had a
home,
couple
resolved.
of added a couple of mods and
Revealed the soft spot in
prefixes
my
and changed a
defenses.
few things in my
How
config
many
folder
more friends and allies
before
would
the
I be
stream
willing to
because I saw like
sacrifice
a
in order to stop
4K
Saren?
resolution mod or something like
We
that,
arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren.
and I've broken it.
Once on the
It
planet,
won't
we
load up.
discovered a Prothean databank that helped
So
me
we've tried
find pieces
uninstall,
of my
reinstall, we
vision
tried
together.
deleting the config folder,
The
everything,
Reapers had
and
come
it's
50,000 years ago.
not having any of it,
Every
mate.
50,000 years before that.
So we'll have to have a look
Each